Everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 5:45. Can I have the accessibility statement?
Well, we're already open.
That's correct.
Okay, excuse me. This meeting is accessible. Excuse me. This meeting is accessible to people with disabilities. Microphones or telephones will be used by all speakers. Large print materials are available upon advance request. If you like either of these accommodations, please contact Mary Waldron at 508-583-1833. The notice of non-discrimination rights and protections to beneficiaries with regard to federal Title VI/non-discrimination protections and the state non-discrimination protections is posted in this meeting room and is available on the Old Colony Planning Council website. Please contact Mary Waldron at 508-583-1833 for more information. Thank you.
The dog's down here, Michael?
Who's that?
That's somebody, I'm not sure who. We can go right into
Okay.
roll call.
Sure. Can we have a roll call, Mary?
Yes, Stephen Santasanio,
Present?
Noreen O'Toole,
Present.
Yolando Spinola,
Present.
Sandra Wright,
Present.
Mike Perez,
Here.
Lee Hartman,
Present.
Becky Coletta,
Present.
and Frank Staffier. Am I missing anybody? Just. Okay, got everybody. Great.
Right. Thank you, Mary. Item number 4 is an action item. Need to accept, make a motion to accept the May 24th, 2024 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Noreen. Mary, can we have a roll call?
Yes, and I just want to just say for Sandra Wright, I just had to mute you because there was some sound coming, so my apologies. You may want to unmute yourself. Stephen Santasanio,
Accept?
Noreen O'Toole,
Accept.
Yolanda Spinola,
Accept.
Sandra Wright,
Abstain.
thank you. Mike Perez,
Yes.
Lee Hartman,
Yes.
Becky Coletta,
Yes.
and Frank Staffier.
Accept.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And moving on to item number 5, Brenda.
It's actually going to be Sean Noel tonight.
Oh.
Brenda has had a personal matter, but Sean Noel will be presenting.
Go back. Go in again.
Sean, the floor is yours.
All right. Okay, so at the end of May, we have a surplus amount remaining of $81,361 or 2%. Statement of expenditures report shows total expenses for the month of $347,044.31. Cash position report shows income for the month of $605,000. There you go. $605,621.41. Disbursements for the month were $693,830.04. Total cash available at month's end was $1,860,352.78. The OPEB account had a gain of $21,643.22, breaking the ending balance in the OPEB account to $1,147,218.43. Budget resources report. Cash receipts being $605,621.41 brings the total year to date to $4,815,707.03. AAA report. Outstanding balance for AAA pass-through programs was $908,937,000 and 57 cents. Outstanding balance for AAA buzzing program $199,112.16. Brings the total outstanding balance for all programs in AAA to $1,108,000. Yep, go up one. There you go. $1,108,049.73. Voluntary transportation account. Beginning balance is $164,739.03. Restricted fund payments to volunteers were a total of $1,171.37. Donations to the account were $308.37, bringing the ending balance in the fund to $163,876.03. ROM statement and activity.
Actually, Sean, I'm gonna have you skip this because we're gonna go through it in the OCPC ROM finance.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. You want to go over the budget report?
Yes, please.
Spent to date percentage rate at the end of the month was 89.56%. Ideal percentage for the 11th month of the fiscal year would be 91.73%. So at this month's end, we had 2% surplus. This will reduce to 0 at the end of the fiscal year next month, at which time the final budget will report the fiscal year's surplus dollar amount at that time. So expenditures at the end of the month were a total of $2,520,805. Budgeted funds remaining at the end of the month were a total of $293,899. Page 2, please. Projected grant income at the end of the month was $2,814,707. No changes on page 3. Projected pass-through income remains at $1,719,329. And then following that, you have a list of the AP and cash transfers for the month.
And who said it's so easy, right? Don't you have a better respect for what Brenda goes through every month, right?
Mhm. Okay, thank
That-
you, Sean. You all set, Sean?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Sean. With that said, I'd like to have a motion to accept the May 2024 financials as presented by Sean Noel.
If there are no questions, Mr. Chairman, I will so make that motion.
I'll
Thank you, Frank.
second it.
Thank you, Sandy. Mary, could we have a roll call?
Yes, Stephen Santisanio,
Accept?
Noreen O'Toole, did I lose Noreen?
She's on the mute.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
here.
Thank you. Yolanda Spinola,
Yes.
Sandra Wright,
Yes.
Mike Perez,
Yes.
Lee Hartman,
Yes.
Becky Coletta,
Yes.
and Frank Stapp.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Moving on to number 6, moving on to fiscal year 2025 proposed budget as presented by Sean Noel.
Sean, I'm not quite sure. I think we presented the final budget at the May meeting. Do you have notes from Brenda on that? Because nothing has changed from May's meeting, so I do think that this is a scribner's error that,
Yeah, I don't have any notes on.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's unchanged from May.
that is correct. And there, I don't believe this has any action items, so
Okay.
apologies that this is on.
Okay, no worries. So, with that said, item number 7 is adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Before you do, Stephen, let me
Yeah.
just ask, I came in a little late. Have we made a action item on Article 6? Did we?
On action 6, Frank, we do not need one because in May, that was our final budget that was presented.
Okay, I just want to make sure we get it all done before we go into the new fiscal year. I apologize, Madam
No.
Director.
I think the item was left on there in case something had come up, and
Sure.
as Sean reported through Brenda's report, the income from grants is ever changing. The funding sources are ever changing in a positive sense. But so as we will head into the close of this fiscal year as of June 30th, in the July meeting, we'll have, as Sean indicated, there will be an up-to-date of where we are with our budget.
I apologize. I actually remember now. That's exactly right. Mary, it's, she was leaving this open in case there was new grants gonna come that needed to be reported, and unfortunately that hasn't happened just yet.
That's correct. Thank you, Sean. So, Mr. Chair, we are all set with our items.
Okay, thank you. So do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second,
I'll second.
okay. So I guess we can just show of hands.
Great.
Thank you. Okay.
Megan, can you pull up the ROM? Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Too many agendas.
I know.
Yeah.
We tried to simplify it. My hope is that everybody received less emails,
Hmm.
right, Lee?
Right.
Is this it? And the same thing though, Stephen, we can not have to read the accessibility statement. We just go call to order and then into the roll call.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Yes, Stephen Santisanio,
Here?
Noreen O'Toole,
Here.
Yolanda Spinola.
Here.
Thank you. Sandra Wright,
Here.
Mike Perez,
Here.
Lee Hartman,
Yes, here.
Becky Coletta,
Here.
and Frank Steph.
Here.
Thank you.
Mary too. Alex Haggerty just joined us
Oh.
as well.
Great. Thank you, Alex. Great.
All right,
And
okay, so-
Alex is the alternate from the town of Abington. So
Thanks, everyone.
so perfect. Thank you, Megan.
Where are we?
The next item, the minutes from the June 27th, 2023 meeting.
June 27th. Oh,
That's
22.
the last-
Sorry about that, May. Sorry,
That's okay.
sorry, May 21st. Sorry. So excuse me. We need an action item to approve the June 2023 meeting minutes. So do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
Second by Frank. Thank you. Can I have a
Stephen
roll call, Mary?
Santisanio,
Accept.
Noreen O'Toole,
Yes.
Yolanda Spinola.
Abstain.
Thank you. Sandra Wright,
Yes.
Mike Perez,
Yes.
Lee Hartman,
Accept.
Becky Coletta,
Accept.
and Frank Stafford.
Accept.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And moving on to item number 5, Mary, Megan, you go back to the agenda. Sorry, excuse me, May 24th financials as presented by Sean Noel.
Thank you. Sean, this is in your notes that Brenda put together. Actually, Megan, can you
It
go?
should be towards the end of her notes, Sean.
My apologies, sorry. The only notes that I have, I don't have anything on the budget. ROM. I have notes regarding Northeastern's bank account.
Okay, so let's do this. Megan, we can walk through this. So this is the July 1st of 2023 through June 30th of 2024. Obviously, we have not completed June 30th of 2024, but it talks about the OCPC rent that we are receiving, the unit rental income. So that's income coming in. And then that's OCPC. Again, OCPC pays rent to ROM. And then we have, as you know, we rent out the back end of our building to write technology. So that, again, is income coming into OCPC ROM. And then there's management fees. I will tell you, it's a bargain deal. The $10,000 that OCPC ROM gets to have Megan, Sean, Charlie, myself, Brenda, we all put our resources and time into the sustaining of the building. But you will see the utilities, the maintenance, the supplies that come into the building. And then, of course, there's the insurance, and then there's a loan on the building. If Megan, if I could ask you, if you could, I know this is a little tricky, but if you can go back to the financials and that ROM spreadsheet that is given. So technically,
You have notes for that,
when
Mary.
I'm sorry?
You have notes for that, for the act.
That I know, but without having to go into deep into it, because that really what summarized. So when Megan brings up the sheet that we include in our monthly financials, you'll see this, right? And it's a monthly. Let me just, I have to mute somebody. I don't know. Sorry. Thank you.
I got it.
Thank you. So if you take a look at this, and Sean, as Sean said, he has no, we have pretty consistent cost, gas, electricity, maintenance of the building. And every so often you'll see a little bit of bump, but that's some of it is we finally think that we fixed the leak in the roof. So now we can put a desk for an intern there. So this will always be in your OCPC financial packet, just because it's consistency. And then once a year, as we're doing today in the OCPC ROM financials, is to have this review. So I'm just going to mute because there is some feedback. So sorry, Frank. But so you'll see again where it's consistent. There isn't anything that is of great concern or anything. The building continues to be maintained, and we still have that note that was in the previous financials. So we are steady, income coming in, and at some point I think we're going to evaluate if we need to increase our management fee that OCPC charges, OCPC ROM. But at this point, we're steady as it is.
Mhm.
So that's the financial report. So I think that if there are any questions.
Is there a summary a little lower down that we need to see? Whoop, did we go? What was that? What were the last squares there?
Thank you.
So basically, Lee, what these are on the bottoms are just calculation fields that Brenda uses to.
Right, I couldn't see it, that's all.
Yep.
Okay, I move to accept.
Do I have a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
Can we have a roll call, Mary?
Yes, Stephen Santisanio,
Accept?
Noreen O'Toole,
Accept.
Yolanda Spinola,
Accept.
Sandra Wright,
Accept.
Mike Perez,
Accept.
Lee Hartman,
Accept.
Becky Coletta,
Accept.
and Frank Staffier. I muted Frank, so you may need to unmute yourself, Frank. And my apologies for muting you. I was just getting some feedback.
So if
Perfect.
Frank's on the phone, it's *6 to unmute.
Yep, he just unmuted.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know why my picture is not coming up. I'm just a plethora of beauty tonight.
We're very thankful, Frank. We're very thankful.
I was waiting for Lee to say something. So that is unanimous with Frank. So thank you,
Thank you.
for your support on the ROM budget.
So at this point, item number 6 is we can adjourn. Do I?
Can we
Unless we have
first take a motion that Frank should take care of himself?
Yes.
I second that.
Even though you're mean to me, Frank, I love you.
Oh, don't try to sweet talk me now, Mr. Hardman.
So to the new members, this is what happens when you spend a lot of quality time with each other over the years.
Well, the problem is he's got a crush on my wife, so that makes it a little challenging.
Well, I mean, can I help it if you married an absolutely wonderful girl? And you tell Patty I said that.
I will. I will. Move to adjourn.
There we
We have
go.
a second?
Hey, Mary, can we just remind people about tomorrow night?
Yes, please. Thank you very much, Noreen. Tomorrow is our annual meeting. I know several of you are attending virtually. If you have not responded, we are having it in-house as well. It will be staff, pretty much all of our staff will be there, and Italian kitchen. So again, thank you to all of you. I know the 2 nights in a row, it seems to have worked. And for those that are You are all volunteers, but those officers, and though to Stephen and to Noreen for running the meetings today, I am grateful to you. So thank you. Tomorrow, that meeting is at 6 p.m., either virtually or in the office.
And in the office with
Thank you.
food.
And in the office with food, that's right.
Yes.
And I believe I'm picking up Eldon Morero's, by the way, so
Oh,
I think Eldon is a go for tomorrow.
Great.
And just
Very
one,
good.
while I have them, just to the staff, to Charlie, Sean for pitching in for Brenda, along with Megan, and am I missing for staff? I think that's it, but thank you, staff. We'll see you
Well,
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.